Hi again. Um, the recipe we propose for the introduction of the minimum dose of project-based learning in your subject has two parts. The first one is a plan for activities and deliverables for your students. And the second part is the grading method. In the next videos, I will explain first how this plan of activities and deliverables is, how can it be, which is the most laborious part of the recipe, and then later I will explain the grading method. So let's go. In this slide you have what would be the generic template for the activity plan. Each row is a week. So you have an activity that takes 6 weeks. The minimum dose of project-based learning. In the left column, you have the activities that are carried out in class, and in the right column, the activities that the students will perform outside class. Where we are assuming here that there is only one single class session every week, and therefore what we would have in this left column is what happened in that weekly class session. On the right column you have the tasks for students to do between class sessions, for instance from Monday to Monday, if class session is in Monday. From our point of view, this would be the ideal situation. One single class, long class session per week. Of course, this may not be the case. It may be that you have several class sessions every week. So it would be necessary to make an adaptation of that recipe. We will talk about that later. In black color, we have the activities to be done, and in red, the deliverables. This is therefore a planning of activities and deliverables. Some are team deliverables, such as the team composition and agreement. Other are individual. In blue color, you can see when teams deliver the 3 different versions of the product that allow us to see if things are going well and give students our feedback for improvement. Now let's see what happens in each of the weeks. In class session of week 1, the project is presented together with the quality criteria. If possible, it is convenient to show examples of previous course projects. This serves 2 functions. The first function is to clarify doubts of what is expected, if it was not clear in the project statement. We can show good examples and not so good ones in order to clarify the quality criteria. The second objective of these demos is to convince the students that they can do it. Probably after the presentation of the project and its requirements, students will be impressed, as probably they will think that you have gone crazy. How the hell does he think we are going to be able to do that? So showing project that the students in previous years were able to develop will convince them that it must be possible, and their motivation will increase. Then it's time for team formation. We will discuss later different criteria for team formation. We will assume now that we form teams of 3 members. Maybe you will have to form 1 or 2 teams of 4 members. Then we present the starting activity for the project, that is a puzzle jigsaw. We already know how a puzzle jigsaw works, since we ran one in the previous session of this workshop. In this case, it is an extended puzzle. Suppose that this is the content to be learned with the project. We must organize the content into 3 blocks, A, B, and C. Since teams have 3 members, and prepare material for self-learning so that each team member can take care of one of the blocks and try to learn during the week as much as he can from this block with the help of the material. In this first week, there are 2 deliverables. The team's constitution document, which is a team deliverable, the delivery that is made in class. In this document, team members include their names and any other information you may find useful. For instance, we liked that teams also agree in this document on the preferred days and time slots for their weekly meetings outside of class, because they will have to meet during the week. You will see in the planning that there will be a lot of work that they will have to do together outside the class. The second deliverable is individual. It contains some results of the individual task of learning the assigned block of material, A, B, or C. It may include some answers to some exercises and also a list of doubts to be solved in the next class session. Now let's go with week 2 of this planning of activities of our recipe. In week 2, the students come to class after doing the individual study of block A, B, or C, and with deliverable number 2, with the resolution of some exercises and doubts to be solved in class. In class, we organize the expert meeting of the puzzle jigsaw. So students of different teams that have worked the same block of material meet in groups of 3 to share their doubts, try to help each other, compare the solved exercises, etc. This occurs during the first half of the class session. Then we give to each group an in-depth exercise on the topic they are working with, just to confirm that they understand the contents of the block. Of course, we have different in-depth exercises for different blocks. The result of the exercise is a new deliverable. At home, every student must prepare a good explanation of his topic for his teammates to teach them what he has learned. This can be a formal explanation using some slides prepared for the teammates. Together with the formal explanation, every student must prepare some exercises with correct solution, also for teammates, so that they can check if they understood the explanation. So every student prepare at home a learning package for teammates. Then every team meets during the week to share what they have learned. During this meeting, students take turns to explain every block and give to teammates the prepared exercises and solutions so that they can practice. Later at home, every student review the material, try to solve the exercises, check if the solutions are correct, and prepares a self-assessment report with results. This is a simple document telling the teacher if he was able to solve the teammates' exercises or not. This will help teachers a lot to get an idea on how things are going, and may help them also to prepare the next class session where a clarification of doubts or misunderstandings may be needed. You may want to see what exercises and solutions were prepared by every student for teammates. In this case, you must assign also this individual delivery, number 4.